This evening, first, heartbreaking loss. A 3-year-old boy perishes in a tragic fire in Allboys Town. What investigators are uncovering about the devastating blaze. Plus, powering the future, the U.S. Exim Bank approves $500 million loan for Ghana's groundbreaking gas-to-energy project. How it promises to slash electricity costs and transform the nation's energy landscape. Also busted in Berbice. Police intercepted a taxi driver with over 100 pounds of marijuana in a dramatic high-speed chase. The suspect's shocking admission and what's next in the investigation. And tragedy in the Rupununi. A father loses his life in a devastating African bee attack, leaving his young son hospitalized. What we know about this horrifying incident. Finally, state of emergency. Gang violence in Trinidad and Tobago spirals out of control with a deadly massacre prompting swift government action. What this means for the Twin Island nation. Stay tuned for these stories and more coming up next on Headline News Update. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for December 30th, 2024. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, a 3-year-old boy, Amani Abrahams, tragically lost his life in a fire that destroyed his family's home at Cooper Street, Allboys Town early this morning. The blaze of yet unknown origin engulfed the wooden 15 by 10 structure where Amani lived with his mother, 28-year-old clothes vendor Tandika Bailey, and his two siblings ages 11 and 4. According to investigations, Bailey had left home around 7 p.m. on Sunday to work on Regent Street, leaving her children at home. She was informed of the fire around 1:30 a.m. this morning and rushed back to find her house in flames. Her two older children managed to escape, but reported that the little brother was unable to make it out due to the intense heat. Firefighters extinguished the blaze and discovered the child's charred remains in the bedroom. The body was taken to the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home for post-mortem examination. Investigations into the cause of the fire are ongoing. Moving on, a Latam truck driver tragically died after an African bee attack. Malcolm Carter has more details.
Daniel Durrell, a 39-year-old truck driver from Tabatinga, Latam, tragically lost his life after being attacked by a swarm of African bees on Sunday, December 29, 2024, along Hunt Oil Stretch in central Rupununi. The incident occurred around 11:30 a.m. Darrell and his 13-year-old son, Daniel Darrell Jr., were riding a motorcycle towards central Latam when the bees swarmed them. Both fell from the bike during the attack. While the son managed to run to safety despite being stung, his father was overwhelmed by the bees, collapsing and becoming unresponsive. A passing minibus stopped to help and rescue the injured boy, rushing him to the Latham Regional Hospital. He is currently hospitalized in serious condition. A medical team later arrived at the scene and pronounced Darrell dead. His body was transported to the Latham Hospital mortuary where it awaited a post-mortem examination. Yumachi Melville, a 42-year-old beekeeper from Culvert City, was called to the scene to handle the bees. Using smoke, he dispersed the swarm, ensuring the area was safe for others. The tragic incident has left the community shaken, highlighting the dangers possessed by African bees in the region. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. Ghana now has more than enough electricity to meet the country's needs, reducing the risk of blackouts caused by power shortages. This is according to PPP General Secretary Dr. Bart Jagdeo. With over 200 megawatts of electricity available, thanks to investments in power ships, solar energy, and other upgrades, the national grid has a 67 megawatt cushion beyond peak demand. This reserve allows for maintenance without affecting supply. While occasional blackouts might still happen due to issues with transmission lines, Dr. Jagdeo assured that they won't result from a lack of electricity. These improvements are temporary solutions until the gas-to-energy project in Region 3 is completed, which will cut electricity costs by 50% and provide a long-term clean energy solution. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali has pledged to hold Ghana Power and Light Company management accountable if systems are further improved by 2025. In similar news, the U.S. Export-Import Exim Bank has approved a $526 million loan for Ghana's gas-to-energy project after confirming its feasibility through technical and environmental reviews. The loan, which also received clearance from the U.S. Congress, will help fund 25% of the $2 billion gas-to-energy project. Vice President Dr. Barry Jaglio highlighted the project's benefits, including reducing electricity costs by 50%. The project involves building a gas processing facility in Wales Region 3 to transport natural gas from offshore oil fields. Once completed, it will add 300 megawatts to Ghana's power grid, lower energy costs, and support the country's move towards renewable energy. Dr. Jaglio dismissed opposition criticism, emphasizing the project's thorough review and significant benefits for citizens. The government and ExxonMobil will cover the remaining costs through a partnership. Don't go away after the break. Taxi driver caught with over 100 pounds of marijuana in West Berbice, and pensioners begin receiving $100,000 government cash grants today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
It's Christmas at Kissoon's Furniture Store. We are fully stocked for the holidays with a wide variety of furniture to choose from store-wide. Beautiful sofas, dinette sets, rugs, pillows, foam and hybrid cooling mattresses in all sizes, beds in king, queen and single sizes, and so much more. Come on down to our mega store or our Rob Street location. Merry Christmas from Kissoon's Furniture Store.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. It's Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she probably buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Our smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. Police in Berbice arrested a taxi driver after intercepting his car carrying over 100 pounds of marijuana. More from Dale Jarvis.
In a significant drug bust, police arrested 30-year-old taxi driver Tamal Jeremiah Clark of Pattinson, Georgetown, after intercepting his vehicle carrying 163 pounds of marijuana on Sunday, December 29, 2024. The operation unfolded around 3:30 p.m. during a routine stop and search exercise near the Weldad police station in West Berbice. While driving motorcar PAG 8451, Clark initially failed to comply with police instructions to pull over, speeding away instead. Officers pursued the vehicle and coordinated with ranks at the Maikoni police station to establish a roadblock on the Calcutta public road. Upon intercepting the car, police conducted a search and discovered 5 large garbage bags containing cannabis. Clark admitted ownership of the drugs, cited financial difficulties including overdue car payments as his motive for transporting the illicit substance. He, along with the vehicle and marijuana, were transported to the Maikoni police station where the drugs were officially weighed and totaled to 163 pounds. Clark remains in police custody as investigations continue. Reporting for Headline News Update, Dale Jervis.
Thanks, Dale. The distribution of the government's $100,000 one-off cash grant for pensioners commenced today, Monday, December 30th, at designated National Insurance Scheme offices in Regions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. Pensioners registered at the Brickdam and Winter Place office or Camp and Ben Street office can collect their checks at the NIS Brickdam office. The distribution will run from today until Friday, January 3rd. 2025. However, officials have assured that there is no need to rush, as those unable to collect their grants will have alternative arrangements made to receive them in their respective villages. To verify the status of their checks, pensioners can visit the provided link cg.gov.gy/track to enter their national identification card number or passport number for details. In other news, the Dharamshala, in its annual Christmas celebration, received $1 million funding from President Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali to support its care for the elderly. Malcolm Carter has more details.
Dharamshala marked 100 years of service to the less fortunate with $1 million, funding the President Ali annual Christmas celebration. The Dharamshala, an institution providing compassionate care for the elderly, has received an additional $1 million in funding to support its operations. President Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali made the announcement during a Christmas luncheon at the facility where residents were treated to food, drinks, and music. President Ali praised the management, including Keller and Pamela Ramsarup, for their dedication to those in need. He committed to expanding support for the institution next year and hinted at further interventions to bolster its work. The president emphasized that the elderly face unique challenges and deserve equal care and respect as any member of society. The Dharamshala, founded over 100 years ago, offers free services to all who seek help. With 11 buildings across the country, it provides its residents with meals, accommodations, and social and religious support. Despite ongoing challenges, Vice President Pamela Ramsarup assured that the institution's vital work continues with the support of donations and government backing. The Dharamshala remains committed to serving the community with continuous repairs to ensure residents' safety and comfort. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.
Thanks, Malcolm. Don't go away after the break. South Korea mourns plane crash victims amid investigation on political turmoil, and 3 women die after eating Christmas cake in Brazil.
This Christmas, Digicel is bringing you the gift of millions. 10 lucky customers will become millionaires for Christmas. Top up $1,000 or more for your chance to win $1 million. Turn your Christmas into a celebration of cash and cheer. 2 new millionaires every week. The countdown to Christmas millions is on. Top up $1,000 or more today for your chance to win. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
It's Christmas at Kissoon's Furniture Store. We are fully stocked for the holidays with a wide variety of furniture to choose from store-wide. Beautiful sofas, dinette sets, rugs, pillows, foam and hybrid cooling mattresses in all sizes, beds in king, queen and single sizes, and so much more. Come on down to our mega store or our Rob Street location. Merry Christmas from Kissoon's Furniture Store.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. It's Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she probably buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world.
Good evening, I'm Malcolm Carter and welcome to tonight's regional and international news. In the Caribbean, a state of emergency has been declared in Trinidad and Tobago following a massacre in Levantile that left 5 men dead. The declaration, authorized by Prime Minister Keith Royally and President Christine Kangaloo, was prompted by escalating gang violence across the east-western corridor. The Ministry of Communications cited heightened criminal activity threatening public safety as the reason. Levantile's killings are part of a crime wave that has led to at least 620 murders this year, an unprecedented number. This is the country's first state of emergency since 2021, previously declared for COVID-19 measures. Meanwhile, 3 women in Brazil have died and 2 others remain hospitalized after eating a Christmas cake suspected to be poisoned. The incident occurred in Torres, Rio Grande do Sul, where 5 family members fell ill after consuming the cake on Christmas Eve. Authorities found arsenic in the blood of 3 victims and suspected the cake was intentionally poisoned. Investigators have seized the cake for forensic analysis and inspected properties connected to its preparation and consumption, discovering numerous expired products. The hospitalized survivors, including the cake's maker and a 10-year-old boy, are reportedly improving. The investigation is ongoing. In Ecuador, the disappearance of 4 children has ignited widespread protests across the country. 3 weeks ago, the boys were allegedly taken by the military, and since then, their whereabouts have remained unknown. Al Jazeera's Teresa Bo reports.
They took them alive. We want them back, chant these people outside the prosecutor's office in Guayaquil. They're demanding to know what happened to 4 children between the ages of 11 and 15 who were taken by the military. Luis Arroyo Valencia is the father of 2 of those missing.
We want our 4 minors to return, please. We want them alive. We want answers.
Saúl Arboleda, Steven Medina, and brothers Josue and Ismael Arroyo went out to play football in the western city of Guayaquil on December 8th and never came home. That night, someone contacted the Arroyo family and put Ismael on the phone, according to his father. The boys said that soldiers had chased them, fire in the air, and forcibly taken them. This video presented in Congress appears to show a group of soldiers putting one of the minors in the vehicle and beating him, while another is seen face down. The defense minister said that the soldiers were responding to a request to help after a robbery.
Today it's these children, tomorrow it will be us. It's simply a government that is not providing answers and is justifying the actions and the foolishness committed by its officials, such as the armed forces.
On Christmas Eve, 4 charred bodies were found near an airbase in Taura. So far they have not been identified. The public prosecutor's office requested 16 soldiers to be put on military detention.
How is this being handled? We are here in this sit-in representing various human rights organisations from across the country. We are demanding that the Attorney General's office take immediate action regarding the situation of these minors.
President Daniel Noboa has boosted the use of security forces to battle powerful drug gangs in Ecuador, where violence has taken over the country. But reports of abuse are rising, raising concerns the declared fight against crime could be leading to serious human rights violations. Teresa Wo, Al Jazeera.
South Korea is observing 7 days of mourning for the victims of Sunday's Jeju airplane crash that killed 179 people in the southern city of Muan. The plane caught fire after belly landing on the runway and hitting a barrier. Al Jazeera's Rob McBride reports.
At the Muan Airport terminal, where many family members had been expecting to welcome back loved ones from a Christmas vacation, they now gather in collective grief, joined in the quest to find the reason for this tragedy.
The cause of the accident must be clearly determined, whether it was a human error or a natural disaster, and this information must be accurately communicated to the families.
The authorities are providing extra staff and resources like DNA testing to speed up the identification of the victims. But there's growing frustration at the delays in releasing remains for funerals. This tragedy has come at a time of political turmoil in South Korea, but national leaders seem to call a truce on this day to lend their support to the grieving. The country's acting president, the second in 2 weeks, has promised to finish the investigation as soon as possible. At the scene of the crash, investigators continue to sift through the wreckage. They have already removed the 2 flight data recorders for analysis.
The investigation board has collected additional evidence related to the incident, including onboard aviation logs, and has begun evidence analysis.
Central to the investigation is the possibility of a bird strike, causing an engine to blow out, and the apparent failure of the landing gear to deploy. With nearly all the victims coming from this corner of South Korea, memorial altars have been set up in multiple locations for communities to mourn. A 7-day period of national mourning has also been announced, with many New Year festivities, such as the traditional countdown to midnight, cancelled out of respect. The country as a whole, it seems, deciding there is little to celebrate. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Muan, South Korea.
Thanks, Malcolm. This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3D wind forecast. And that's Safe TV2 Headline News for this Monday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.